Yeah, this is a serious amount of information, and feels like the I don't take a breath.
Let me play another clip on taking a breath.
But all this boils down again to some very just natural biology of our nervous system, which is when we're relieved or tired, we tend to what? We sigh. It's relaxing. The whole body follows the exhale response. When we're startled or we're shocked, we inhale. In preparation to get the body mobilized to go do something. I'm going to cough for a second. Excuse me, I am not breathing enough. So respiration or breathing is a very powerful way to modify your state of internal levels of stress. Excuse me. Let me catch my breath a moment. No worries. So, there we go.
There we go. So you've been saying that for a while. The sleep lasts don't take a breath.
They don't.
And we caught one in the wild. Like, if you watch an interview, it's like he literally like goes to talk to the guy, the quiet guy there.
I know. I haven't.
The TI guy or whatever the hell.
Feels
right?
like mopey.
He just
I don't even know what that guy sounds like. I don't know what the other guy sounds like.
It was all like, well, let me start from the beginning. And he just told his whole life story until he literally ran out of breath and started coughing. And like his body is like, let me breathe.
Let me breathe. So like, I know this is hard to hear. I know this is like, oh my gosh. But like the amount of times I have heard from Sleep Last, like, yeah, I don't know why I'm having health issues. And it's like, especially if you're sensory over intuition or even ST, like it's hard to know the NF of like, how would you ever be able to explain to somebody when you talk you don't get oxygen? Like I can't even imagine the amount of stuff that would break.
He's literally talking about taking in oxygen to reset your brain.
That's so ironic to me.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
So unbelievably ironic. And like I have a hard time. I have demon NI, demon FI. So I'm not tracking my own patterns. Have that last where you are not tracking self on top of not tracking self on top of not tracking self. The two introverted functions. That would be where you really aren't paying attention to, if you are a car. So here's your analogy. If you're a car, you're driving. And it's like going back and forth. So this conversation is a drive back and forth across the United States, let's say. And you're going from one edge to the other edge, to the other edge, to the other edge, to the other edge. And you're not adjusting the oil. You're not putting any oil in. You're not changing that out. You're not putting gas back in the car. The tire might have a flat and you're just continuing to go. And like, let me finish the analogy. It would be like, eventually the car shuts down somewhere. And you're like, why is my car not working? I'm like, and if somebody's watching on the outside, they're like, you didn't stop. You didn't park. You didn't put gas back in there. You didn't let the body recover.
The savior sleep, we hear the boo-boo reports where they're so oversensitive to, I'm in pain, I'm tired, I hurt. It's just like...
They pull over too much.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like the sleep last is like it's almost like they can't feel pain.
Yes.
They can't feel self-pain.
Right.
And like the warning signs have been there. Or they'll complain a lot. They're like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. It's like, no shit. Everybody else, it's like there's the body sending warning signs and the person has sleep in the top three.
So they're listening to the warning signs to some degree.
Sleep last is like, I fuck those warning signs. They just keep going.
Yeah, it's like little markers that you just blow right by.
It feels like whatever your animal is last, you have to put in some kind of like prosthetic arm, some type of like robot, some type of system.
Yes.
Like for me, I have to set alarms or like I'm not going to get the natural thing of like, I should go consume something new. Like a car analogy. It's like, I'll put the gas in, but I'll put the wrong gas in. Like consume last. Like knowing the save or sleep, right? But then screwing up the,
why didn't that work? Like you would just be very unaware of like the broken shit you just put back in your car.
So sleep last, it's like they're pretty consistent. Like, they just tire themselves out. The consume last are like funny. It's like, what did you fuck up? Like,
Okay, so my car with the blast last would just, it's not time to go. Let me pour more gasoline in there. I think I could just put more gasoline in there. Maybe more. I'm still not ready to go. Still not ready to go. Still not ready. That's what my car would do. And then like
stuck in a paper bag. Like, there's a slight obstacle in the way.
Yeah, like a divot in the road, and then your wheel gets in there and you just can't go anymore.
Detour, time to stop.
Yeah, right. And so what would play last be? They would just be like, again, time to park. Again, time to park. Let's change out the tires again.
Theirs is like something with the tribe fucks them off. They're like, I can't drive on the road. There's people there. Well, what if they see me? What if they talk to me? I'll drive at night. I don't want to drive at night. I'm tired. I'll get going because I have blast. I'll get
yeah.
the gas because I have sleep.
Yeah.
I'll put the right gas in because I have consume. But there's people around and they kind of bug me.
And they would just never make
What
it
if
very
the people
far.
want something from me? I'll just go a little bit.
It's, look at you, look.
You look at me. I am stuck in this car.
We're gonna have a fire department. Sit back, sit back.
Mom, what do you think I'm doing? Laying down?
You gotta sit back.
I'm getting hydrophobic.
Wait, you gotta get this. You gotta sit.
I can't sit back any further, Mom. My whole back's touching the seat.
Move over. Move over.
Mom, you're making it tighter and I can't breathe.
Think we need fire department?
Something wrong with the seat belt.
It's time to sit.